up, YouTube? This is your favorite sailor, and I'm back with another video on tips when reporting to a new command. So whether you're fresh out of boot camp and reporting to your very first command, or you're transferring to a different command, these tips will help you either way. So stick around for the video. Okay, so my very first tip is report to your command looking good. Make sure your uniform is squared away. Make sure your boots are shined. If you're reporting your dress uniforms, take the extra time to take it to the cleaners. Make sure it's clean. Make sure it's pressed nice. Make sure you have your ribbons in order. Make sure you have your patches in order. Like, just report looking good, because you only have one time to make a very first impression, and we want it to be a good first impression. Okay, so the start of that is make sure your uniform is squared away, because before you speak, they're going to see you, and if your uniform is jacked up, then they're going to form opinions based off that. So make sure your uniform is squared away. Make sure your boots are shined. Secondly, have military bearing when you report to your new command. And this comment is mostly towards those who are not fresh out of boot camp, who are transferring from a different command. You may have had that cool chief or that cool divo who let you get away with a lot of things, but keep in mind that this is a new command. They don't know you. So it's still nice to knock, 3 times before you enter the office, say permission to enter. It's always good to say yes, chief, no, chief, yes, ma'am, no, sir. Even though you may have not done that at your last command, they may didn't think that it was a big of a deal, but this is a new command. You don't know these people. So make sure your military bearing is up to par, okay? And if you're fresh out of boot camp and you know for a fact you still don't know your ranks, you still don't know different stuff, make sure you learn that so you can have good military bearing. Thirdly, don't partake in the bitching and the groaning. There will be some. If you're fresh out of boot camp, don't try to be that cool sailor that try to fit in. And when people are talking about the higher ups in the command, then you join and be like, oh, why would they do that? I can't believe that this would happen. Oh, man, I know this is going to be a bad command. Like, no, don't participate. And even if you're transitioning from another command and you know that that was an issue at your last command, don't speak on it at this command. Like, form an opinion based off your own experience, not what others doing or what others thinking. Like, you never know what their situation was, how they got in that situation, why they feel like that. Just form your own opinion based off what your experience will be. And you're new to the command, like, relax, okay? Relax. Next would be get involved. Find out what collateral duties are opening up. If you don't know what collateral duty is, it's basically an extra duty job. It's very good for your evals. Some examples would be you could be a career counselor for the division. You could be the admin person for the division. And yeah, so I would say get involved. Also figure out what times and days different organizations on the boat meet up. You have CSAB, you have Multicultural Committee, you have Second Class Petty Officer Association, First Class Petty Officer Association. Get involved in the command. Also figure out what PQSs that you need to get completed and the time frame you need to get it completed in. Because you don't want to get behind on your command. You don't want to get on your PQSs. You don't want to be that sailor that get EMI, which is extra duty, because you didn't complete a PQS in the time frame that it should have been completed. So which leads me to my next tip is get an I Love Me binder. And an I Love Me binder is basically you keeping up with all of your paperwork. Paperwork can get lost. It's easy to get misplaced. Make sure you have a copy of everything. You can also put your goals in your I Love Me binder. So when you get demotivated, you can reflect back to the I Love Me binder of why you're doing it to begin with. It's just a good way to be organized. It's a good way to keep up with stuff. It's just a good thing to do overall. So create an I Love Me binder. And my last tip is go in with an open mind. If you're straight out of boot camp, you kind of don't have a choice but to go in with an open mind, because you don't know what to expect anyway. But when you're transitioning from a new command, you kind of get this idea of, I already know how this is going to be. I researched it on Facebook. I found this friend who was on the boat. They told me it was like this. They told me it was like that. Like, just go in with an open mind. Go in knowing that it's a new start, it's different. You have new people that don't know you. So, you know, you just want to make the best of the experience. So go in with an open mind. Don't formulate an opinion based off others. See everything for yourself. So yeah, those are my tips to report into a new command. I wish all of you a good experience when reporting to your new command, because it could be very difficult. It could be very hard to readjust. You know, you're leaving friends, you're leaving family that you made or may have had there. And it's just a different experience. It's a different vibe. Every new place is different. It's like you starting over every time. You could be a new person at every command. And I hope that's in a good way, not, you know, bad. But yeah, it's always a fresh start. It's always good to try different things, different ways to succeed. And I hope that you all succeed at your new command. And like this video if you like the video. Subscribe to my channel. If you have any tips that you feel like should have been mentioned in this video that wasn't, comment your tips as well, because I want it to be kind of like a forum where we all just have a big discussion. And see you in the next video.